Hey, Christopher James with All Things Branson here with Jason Yeager from the Showboat Branson Bell 2015 show this year.
What's up, everybody?
Hey, and so you're on stage. You're back on stage this year at the Showboat.
Yep. It's good to be back performing in Branson.
Be back performing in Branson? Really?
Yeah. I took a leave of absence for a couple of years. I had a little baby boy, and
Really? That must have been painful for you.
yeah.
It's amazing what science can do.
No, I
You
wanted
look good for that. You have the childbearing hips.
Yeah. I wanted to take some time and spend some time, helping out with him, and so I got the call to come back to be on stage, and it kind of worked out, perfect timing where I was able to do that, so I'm glad to be performing.
You were going to bring him here for this. But luckily he fell asleep, so you could just leave him in the car.
Yeah, he's just snoozing right now. So.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. He's in the trunk. Nobody will see him. But you're at the Showboat. How long have you been in Branson, though? When did you move here?
I moved here in 2005, about 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yep. 2005. Yeah. Yeah. And always clarifying. Because we do a lot of time travel jokes on here, just to be safe. I was voted most likely to succeed in my time travel class of
that's cool.
2031. Yeah. So you moved here in 2005, and did you have like a job offer here? Why did you come to Branson? People always.
I moved here originally. I was in the cast of Country Tonight.
Really? Mm-hmm. Not the newest one.
Not the one that was over at Oak Ridge Boys Theater. It was at Starlight Theater, it was at, I guess it was the Americana Theater. Starlight had it at that time. Yeah,
so that was kind of a big deal. I hear a lot about it. That was a real popular show. And
It was. It ran for about 20 years, and then...
20 years?
I think something like that. 18, 20 years.
Really? Like just 90... in Branson, it was here for 20 years?
Yeah, it opened in 92, I think.
Oh, wow. So you worked with Nicole? Was she
no, Nicole had left just a couple of seasons before I joined. It was like almost an all-new cast. Susie Weber was, I think, one of the only original people from when it was over at RFD.
Wow. So it has... See, I didn't know anything about it. And then a few years ago, it started back up, and a ton of people left our show to go and do that. Yeah, we had like a major exodus. We had
that's right.
5 or 6 people that all left and got job offers there, and Kenya and a bunch of other people, and they all went to that, and I'd never heard of it. And they're like, "Yeah, this is a big deal. It's real popular in Branson."
It was. It was a really big show. I think it just kind of, I don't know, it just kind of lost its following after so many years. It changed hands so many times, and I'd heard, just from people that had come to see our show from when they originally saw it back. I believe it was a Las Vegas production that originally brought it here to Branson.
Country music in Las Vegas?
Yeah. Well, they poured a lot of money into that show, and then Starlight had it, and we had a considerable less amount of people involved in the cast. And I think people that had always come and be like, well, we missed the cloggers, and we miss all of the singers. There's several different singers, and I've seen videos of it back when it first opened. And I was like, we're trying to do something a little different, but over those couple years... they just seemed like the numbers were dropping. And then Gene got it and really put the glory back into it. And I was sad when it closed again. But
yeah, I went to it a couple times, actually. And they were constantly changing the cast. David was in it, right? David Griffin, who was at the Showboat. And Kenya was in there. A lot of people that have been recently working at the Showboat. Yeah. They go back and forth between Country Tonight and the Showboat and all that. So you come here to do Country Tonight, and how did you find out about it?
I worked at Six Flags over Texas when I was right out of high school, and a friend of mine...
What'd you do?
I did entertainment there, actually. Actually, I started in costume characters, and then
What were you dressed as?
Oh, gosh. I did Bugs, Marvin the Martian. I did Sylvester...
Isn't it weird doing that? Because I used to own a company where I had to dress as the Easter Bunny and go out, and at the end of the day, my face would hurt, and I realized I was smiling inside the costume.
Yeah. I did that a lot, and they tell you can't, once the head goes on, you can't speak. You have to communicate with your escort with hand signals, so lots of things happen during while you're out and about, and so you have to, if your head... band falls in your eyes, or if you're just about to pass out from heat exhaustion. It was like Texas, 105 degrees outside, so I sweated and lost a lot of weight in those costumes, and they just really
smell.
Somebody was spraying Lysol on the boat the other day, and it just immediately brought me back to when I worked at costume characters, because they soak the insides of those costumes with Lysol.
You can't just wash the heads and stuff.
No, you have two costumes, and one's drying out, and the other one's being used, and then they just kind of rotate them.
That's kind of
so
gross,
the whole room
actually.
smells like sweat and Lysol.
Yeah. We used to send out the characters. And so usually I would dress as the character and go out as the Easter Bunny or whatever, snowman or whatever. And I would always have an escort with me. And then I would say to the escort, my brother at the time, you should dress as the Easter Bunny. I'm not going to do that. He's like, I don't want to put that on. So he was always the guy walking around with an Easter Bunny where nobody knew who was in the Easter Bunny costume. It was very funny to me that people wouldn't do it. So you're at Six Flags. You come here to Branson, and you're country tonighting it, and singing all the country. Were you into country before you?
Well, I'm from Texas, so I guess country is kind of, naturally in my blood. I never considered myself to be a natural country singer. I can do it, but it's not like in my heart.
Yeah, right.
Country music fans can tell, if you lived the life. And even though I'm from Texas, I grew up like in the suburbs of Dallas, so I wasn't like with my cowboy hat and my horse and on the ranch. Or
no, and you had proper grammar.
Sure, I say y'all. I do say y'all.
Do you really?
Yeah.
It's one of the funniest things around here is when people say y'all or can I have my picture made?
Picture.
You ever get that? Mm-hmm. Picture made. And that I'm fixing to do something. Yeah. It cracks me up when people say
fixing. Yeah.
Fixing to. How do you fixing to do it?
I don't. Those are just things that slip out every once in a while. But most people, if they talk to me, they don't.
No, I would have no idea.
You don't have a Texas draw or anything.
I thought you were Portuguese, to tell you the truth.